Are you planning to travel overseas? Well, unless you're going to stay with some family or friends, or just be staying at one place, the best advice that I can give you is to pack light and travel light. I remember the first time that we went overseas. We went to Bangkok for 30 days. I made sure that I packed a clean shirt, pants, underwear and socks for each of the 30 days. Then I just packed in an additional 5 shirts just for in case, 4 warm jackets and 3 pairs of shoes, and I also packed a rain jacket. We checked on the baggage allowance for international flights. It was 2 bags of 23 kilograms each and a carry-on bag of 7 kilograms. For the 2 of us, it was just over 100 kilograms that we can carry. The first problem was when we travelled from Bangkok to Phuket. For this domestic flight, we were only allowed 1 bag of not more than 15 kilograms per passenger. The only option was to place most of our luggage into storage. It remained there until the last day when we returned home. The second problem is when we wanted to make use of the cheaper public transport methods like buses and trains. Getting up to the platforms with all these loads of bags was just a slip. Riding the cheap tuk-tuk in Bangkok from one hotel to another was some sort of impossible, as the 2 of us and our luggage could not fit onto a tuk-tuk. Our second time overseas, we went to Hanoi and we decided to take some backpacks. But we soon realized that the long walks with this heavy backpack was not possible, and the only option was to take the more expensive taxis. When we went to Istanbul in Turkey, I've decided to take a trolley to carry our luggage. It worked fine at home when I tested it, but in Istanbul in the city centre on that cobble pave, the trolley broke. The only option was to get into a more expensive taxi. So you can see that to pack light and to travel light is the absolute best advice. I've noted that a lot of people recommend that you should only travel with a carry-on bag. But the problem is that there's several items that's not allowed on your carry-on bag and it has to be checked in. It's like a deodorant of more than 100 milliliters and so on. It's therefore advised that you do take a check-in bag. Make sure that it's sufficient, but also that it's small and light. Please watch my video on baggage allowance on my channel. I will leave a link in the description below. I remember how upset Lizelle was. We were on our way to the Philippines. We entered the security gate at the airport when she was blocked by the police. They requested her to open a bag. They removed a big bottle of hand cream and some bottles of deodorant. It was all oversized and not permitted on the carry-on bags. All these items were confiscated and chucked into a bin. Another incident is when we were on our way back home from Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. I was already in line to board the plane when 2 policemen approached me. They took me into a small office. When I arrived there, my check-in bag was lying on the floor. It was a language barrier, but understood that I had to open my bag and remove some lighters that was not permitted. I bought a pack of 10 zipper lighters on the street market. I was not permitted to keep 10 lighters and only 1 lighter allowed according to the baggage allowance. These lighters was removed from my bag and confiscated before I was permitted to get in line and to board the plane. So you see that you have to make sure of items that you're allowed to be packed in the check-in bag and in the carry-on bag. But let me give you some idea of my packing. For my carry-on luggage, I make use of the small backpack. It's got a bottom section for my camera and equipment. On the top I can place my medication, clean shirt, a roll-on and so on. The back has got a sleeve for my tablet and my documentation. Make sure that you keep your valuable items and your medication with you all the time. This backpack is light and easy to carry it even on the airplane, and then you can just pack it in the overhead compartment. It's also light to be carried around on that layover airport or when you make use of public transport like buses and trains. But let's look at the packing of my check-in bag. I like to wear this golf type shirts. They're made of polyester or nylon. They're more a gym type or sport type shirts. They're light to pack, easy to wash, They dry quick and it's not easy to be ironed. For travel, I just take this shirt that I wear. I pack in extra 4. That's more than enough even for a 30-day trip, because you can wash them in the evening and they're ready to be worn or to be packed on the following day. For pants it's the same. I take this polyester or nylon type material. They're light, easy to wash, quick to dry and doesn't need to be ironed. I just pack in 4, even for a 30-day trip. For shoes, I'll just take the tackies that I'm wearing and a pair of sandals for that warmer days. For a warm jacket, I prefer this puffer type jacket. It's light and it can be stuffed. For a raincoat, the same. It's light, it's packable and small to pack. If you're going to fly domestic overseas, make sure of the baggage allowance of that airlines. Some airlines only allow one bag of not more than 15 kilograms. Flying in Europe between Schengen countries, Wizz Air and Ryanair only allow one bag of not more than 10 kilograms. They also have a size limit of 55 centimeters. For carry-on bags, it must fit under your seat. So leave home with the same bags that is permitted on the baggage allowance of that airlines. Well, I hope that you follow my advice on pack light and travel light. Many people say that you only live once, but it's not true. You live every day, you only die once. Go travel and see the world, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.